Hi there and welcome to Code Framer. In this video, we will understand about the dictionary data type in Python. In the last few videos, we learned about other data types in Python, which stores collections of items like lists, tuples, and sets. But dictionaries are special, because they store the data, as key-value pairs. In other sequential data types, the position of an item stored in the sequence, is identified by its index position, but in the case of dictionaries, the data is identified by its key. So each data value is identified by its corresponding key, with which it is mapped to. A Python dictionary can be declared within curly braces. For example, if you want to store information about a student, then we can write student_details equals open and closed curly braces, and then we can store the key value pairs as follows. For example, we can declare the name as key, then we can give a colon to separate the key and value, and then we can write the value, which is the actual name of the student. In this case, it is Sam. Then we can give a comma to separate a key value pair with other key value pairs in the dictionary. After giving the comma, we can create another key value pair, so in this case, we can store the age of the student by writing age, 12, and then comma. And finally we can store the last key value pair, which is the gender of the student. So we can write gender, male. So as you can see, we have stored three information about the student, which is the name, age, and gender, in a dictionary, as key value pairs. Also notice that we have stored data in its corresponding data types. For example, the student information is stored in string data type, and hence we have used single quotes to represent the string data. Similarly, if you want to store the data in integer data type, then you can store it by representing the data as an integer. Also remember that storing duplicate keys are not allowed in a dictionary. So now if you print this particular dictionary, then as you can see that the data is printed in key value pairs, where the value is represented by the corresponding key. Which means that the value Sam can be fetched using the key name, and similarly the age of the student Sam can be fetched by using the key age. Let us move forward and see how data can be accessed. So for example, if we want to fetch the name of the student, then we can write student_details, square bracket, and then inside the square bracket, we can pass the key for which we want to fetch the data, in this case the key is name. Now if we print this statement, then as you can see, Sam is the output. Similarly, if we want to fetch the gender of the student record, then in that case we can pass the key, gender, as the argument. If we print this statement, then it gives male as the output. This is how we can fetch the value, which corresponds to the key. One important point to remember with a dictionary data type is that it does not allow to store items with duplicate keys. Let us take the same example of student record. Now if I try to create another key value pair for the age item, then as you can see, that the output ignores the first occurrence of the duplicate key, and prints the key with the last occurrence, which means that the age key with value 13, is printed in the result. Hence always remember that we cannot store items with duplicate keys inside a dictionary. We can find the total number of key value pairs stored in a dictionary, by using the len function. For example, if we pass the dictionary student_record, as the argument to the len function, then as you can see that the result is 3. I hope that this is clear. We can store almost all forms of data, as a value to the key in a dictionary. For example, if we want to store average attendance value of students, then we can write average attendance as the key, and store a value, say for example, 96.72, which is a float value. And already as you can see, that we have an integer value stored as the age of the student, and also we have the name of the student in string data type. We can also store a list of items as a value. For example, if we want to store the list of subjects that the student love, then we can create a key, subjects, and then we can pass the list of subjects as values, for example, mathematics, science, history. Now if we print this dictionary, you will be able to find all the values in its corresponding data types in the output. How cool is that? This actually means that we can access any value in its own data type, and use it as and when required. You will love these features during solution designs and coding projects in future. For example, if we fetch the subject key, then as you can see, that the output is given in the list data type. Now we can manipulate or access this data, using all the methods available in a list data type. This is extremely powerful if you think about it. If we want to check the type of a dictionary, then we can simply pass the dictionary variable as an argument to the type function. For example, if we pass the student record variable as an argument to the type function, then as you can see, it gives the dictionary as the output. Similarly, we can declare an empty dictionary with open and close curly brace. For example, if we have a variable, dictionary_variable, equals, and then we have an empty curly brackets, and now if we pass this variable to the type function, then as you can see, it gives us the dictionary data type. So always remember that an empty curly bracket always denotes an empty dictionary. I hope that this is clear, and let us move forward to see some of the other methods using which we can access the data inside a dictionary. We can access the value of any key using the get method. Let us take the same example of the student record. If we want to fetch the value stored in the gender key, then we can write student_record dot get parentheses, and then we can pass the key as the argument. In this case it is the gender. If we execute this statement, then as you can see, the value male is printed. Similarly, we can fetch any value from the dictionary using its corresponding key. If you want to fetch all the keys available in a particular dictionary, then you can write name of the dictionary, which is student_record dot keys. If we execute this statement, then as you can see, all the keys are printed as a result. I hope that this is clear. Let us move forward to see how we can add new key and value pairs inside the dictionary. For example, if we want to add the class of the student, then we can write student_record, square bracket, and then we can write class in string format, equals, 7th standard, which will be the value attached to this key. Now if we print this dictionary, then as you can see that the class key, along with the value, is added to the dictionary. Similarly, you can add any number of key value pairs into the dictionary. We can view all the values stored in the dictionary using the values method. For example, if we write student_record dot values, and then call the method with open and close parentheses. Then as you can see in the result, it simply prints all the values stored in the dictionary. So which means that we can loop through these values, and make modifications if required. I hope that this is clear. We can print the key value pair data stored in a dictionary, as a list of tuples, where each key value pair will be stored in tuples, inside a list. We can achieve this by using the items method. For example, if we write student_record dot items, and then open and close parentheses. Now if we execute this statement, then as you can see, it prints all the key value pairs, as a list of tuples. This is extremely useful when you want to loop through the items stored in a dictionary, and take required actions. I hope that this is clear, and let us move forward. We can check the existence of any particular key in a dictionary, using the in operator. So for example, if we want to look for the key name in the student record dictionary, then we can write if name in student_record, and then in the next line with indentation, we can write print true. Else, we can simply print false. So now if we execute this statement, then as you can see the result is true, and it is simply because the name exists in the dictionary as a key. Similarly, if we try to find another key, say for example, weight, in the dictionary, then as you can see that the result is false. So we can take actions based on the existence or non-existence of a key in a dictionary. Okay, let us move on. We can update the value of any given key with the update method. For example, if we want to update the name to Mike in the student record dictionary, then we can write student_record dot update, and then in the parentheses, we can pass the key value pair to update, so we can write name, and then and then we can write the updated name as Mike. Now if we print the student record, then as you can see, that the value of the key name got changed to Mike. Similarly, we can update any key value pair in the dictionary, using the update method. We can also use the update method to add a new key value pair in a dictionary. For example, if we take another dictionary as student record 2, and then we can write student record 2 dot update, And then in parentheses we can pass the key value pair to update. Say for example, hobby will be the key, and soccer will be the value. Now if we print the dictionary, then as you can see, that the new key value pair got updated in the dictionary. This simply means that the update method basically looks for the key in the dictionary. If the key exists, then it will update the value, and if the key does not exist, then it will simply create a new key value pair. This is a really cool method to have if you think about it. Very useful. Now let us try to explore the pop method with the dictionary. So if we write, student record 2, pop, and then we can pass the key which we want to pop out of the dictionary. In this case let us pop out, gender. Now if we print the dictionary, then as you can see that the gender key is removed from the dictionary. We also have another method in dictionary, using which we can pop out the last key value pair, and that is the pop item method. So for example, if we write, student record 2, pop items, and then parentheses. Now if we print the dictionary, then as you can see, that the last key value pair which was hobby, has been removed from the dictionary. I hope that this is clear. We also have a way to completely delete a particular dictionary, by using the del function. So for example, if we want to delete the student record 2 dictionary, then we can write, del, space, name of the dictionary which is student record 2, and then if we print the dictionary, then we will get an error, that the variable name is not defined. Okay, so now let us copy the dictionary again, so that we can explore a few more concepts. For example, if we want to clear all the key value pairs in the student record 2 dictionary, then we can write, student record 2, clear, and then the parentheses. Now if we print this method, then as you can see, that all the items which were stored in the dictionary, are cleared, and we get an empty dictionary. We can loop through a dictionary using a for loop, in order to access and perform various actions on the items as and when required. For example, if we want to loop through the student record 3 dictionary, then we can write, for, items, in, students record 3, items, and then parentheses, colon, and then in the next line with indentation, we can print the item. Now if we execute this statement, then as you can see that all the items of the dictionary are printed as tuples. Which means that we can loop through the items of a dictionary, and take actions as required. I hope that this is clear. So we understood almost all the functions and methods that are available with the Python dictionary, using which we can access and manipulate data as per our requirements. Understanding all these concepts will give you a lot of flexibility, during troubleshooting issues or working on any project using Python. In the next video, I will explain the conditional statements in Python. So if you like this video, then hit the like button, share it with other code lovers, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next video, and until then, happy learning!